So I just wanted to introduce this video, basically talking about what I'm going to do. It's a little bit sort of the daily activities. I live full time on the road. I do move around. Sometimes I park up for a little while, but I'll show you that as well. In this video, there's a little bit of Burrum Heads. I leave my daughter's house, head into Torbanlea, spend a couple of nights there, come through Howard on my way to Childers. And I'm actually parked up in Howard now, but you know, it's almost 5 days after I came through Howard. And then I leave the video basically here in Howard. It's about 13 minutes in. I'll keep it about that length. But it's basically a week in the life of. Now, it's interesting having all these epic locations and you see these amazing spots, but I'm sort of hoping that people realise that it's everything in between the epic locations that makes the story behind travelling. It's all the little towns, it's the daily minutiae. We're still waking up in the morning, chores, all those sorts of things, and I'm going to show you that. So on a weekly basis, I'm going to step in, show you what I'm up to, and stitch a whole bunch of little videos together. So I hope you enjoy it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the end. So just spent a couple of days at my daughter's house. Needed to do some washing. That's one of the things that doesn't disappear when you're living on the road is chores. So just hooking up. So I'm in Burrum Heads at the moment. I'll probably go for a quick walk and you can have a quick look around. It is a beautiful little seaside location. So just going through the onboarding process with getting the car ready to tow. So I'm going to head up to Torbanlea from here just for a couple of days. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then we'll meet Alfie and my daughter up in Childers. Alfie has an appointment up there on Friday, and then we'll probably come back to Maryborough on Saturday morning, spend the weekend down there. But anyway, I'm just going to hook the car and the caravan together, so I'm just getting that all done now. One of the most important things is just do all your safety checks and double and triple check it, especially when you're on your own. If you're a couple, you can have your jobs and stuff like that, but this is pretty important stuff. But look, I'll get this hooked up. I'll probably go for a walk. It's been a tiny bit drizzly, but I'll still go for a walk and show you around Burrum Heads, and then make my way up to Torbanlea. So yeah, I'll pop in some footage of Burrum Heads. So just down here at the boat ramp at Burrum Heads. So the main ocean is basically out there. So this forms part of Burrum Heads. The boat ramp is here. It is a beautiful little sleepy fishing village that really hasn't changed, I don't believe, over the years. There's a lovely little park here. The shops are basically over there. There's a little, there's a handful of shops which I'll show you, but it is such a wonderful spot. Quite often, even when you're just sitting down here and sitting by the water, you'll see turtles. I saw a seal the other day, and people quite often fishing there, pulling in some decent sized fish. So there you go. This is the boat ramp, and I'll show you the rest of Burrum Heads as well. I think there's 3 caravan parks in Burrum Heads, which probably more than quadruples the population. This is about as quiet as I've seen it up to this point, but someone was saying to me the other day that has a fair bit of knowledge around the migration of humans, that in Queensland, certainly this central part of Queensland, the high season is Mother's Day to Father's Day. So there you go. Spots available, good location. And this is basically where the open ocean meets Burrum Heads. So down around to the right is Hervey Bay, so you can't really see it, but off into the distance is Gari Fraser Island. Burrum Heads basically starts here and then goes into Burrum River. And I've walked in down through there. It's probably about 500 metres. So there you go. That is open ocean, and whale season is probably coming to an end, I would suggest. But really beautiful spot. So this is basically the group of shops. The riverhead is basically up there. And then you come down through here. Real estate agent, bait and tackle, as you would expect. Fish and chip shop, which is open randomly. And a little local supermarket, which I think is a Food Works. We'll see as we come around the corner. And then the caravan park, which you just saw me walk past, is just there. So just a cute little group of shops. There is a petrol station, a pub, as you would imagine. Couldn't be an Aussie town without one. And a bowls club and a couple of other things. So there you go. Burrum Heads in its totality. And yes, it is a Food Works and a butcher shop. There you go. That's Burrum Heads. Okay, just made the very short journey from Burrum Heads up to Torbanlea. So this is the Torbanlea racecourse in behind me. They are actually clearing it out because they have their annual race meeting here on Saturday, but I'm only going to be here 2 nights, tonight and tomorrow night, and then I'll go up to Childers for the night to meet up with Alfie. So parked up here. It's actually a really, really nice spot. The town is basically in behind me. It's a tiny little town. There's like 3 shops. I will show you around over there. No power and water. Actually, no, that's not true. There is power and water back over at the entry, but it's $10 a night, no power and water, and I think 20 or 25 bucks a night for power and water. But just such a cracking little spot. So they had it sort of running for a little while, and then they stopped doing it, and now they're back doing it. But it's a really good stop through location. Any size rig could fit in here. If you had the biggest bus in the world, plus towing the biggest car in the world, you'd still fit in here. So I'm fairly confident I will be here by myself. But there you go. From Burrum Heads to here is about 25 k's. I filled the tanks up at my daughter's place, and here we are. I'll probably go for a bit of a walk, show you around Torbanlea. But yes, this is it. Torbanlea racecourse. And I'll probably bring Alfie back here this weekend, because apparently it's a cracking day out, you know, lots of family stuff, picnics, all those sorts of things. Anyway, there you go. So at the Torbanlea racetrack, $10 camping, which I mentioned previously, showers and toilets. It's just amazing for $10. I was thinking it as I'm going for a walk to grab a coffee over in Torbanlea, and I'll show you Torbanlea in a sec. Why would you park up at a caravan park? I'm parked up just down there, a little bit further down there. There's about 4 of us here. Anyway, showers, toilets, clean. Michael the caretaker, he's a legend. There you go. Torbanlea racetrack. So this is Torbanlea, the sum total of Torbanlea. So it's just a little rural town just north of Maryborough. Sits on the Bruce Highway. The Bruce Highway is probably about 400 metres that way. The racecourse where I'm staying, the Torbanlea racecourse, is just the other side of the railway line, and there's a footbridge that comes across. The sum total of the town is about 841 people. And then obviously travellers like me, pub, fuel stop, a little homeware shop here that looks like it's just opened. And that really is it. I use it as a bit of a leapfrog, depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing. But it is a beautiful little town. It's a great little stop. It's super quiet at night. Really, really lovely. The local school, you walk past it, is just there. And apparently it rates really, really well. So, you know, good on them. And there is a little portable coffee shop that parks up just next to the racecourse down there. So there you go. Torbanlea, Queensland. Nice spot. So I'm just driving up to Childers. I was down in Torbanlea, which you would have seen, and I decided to drive through Howard. Not really sure why I've never come through here. There is actually a free RV stopover in town, which I'll show you in a sec. I've just pulled the caravan in there, but I'll show you around Howard. What a cracking little town. Don't know why I've never been here, but anyway. So this is basically the main area. There's a big park just down here. The Burrum River is probably about 400 metres a little bit further down. There's a boat ramp, all of that sort of stuff. Bakery, coffee shop. The only small issue, but trains don't run all night, is the train line is there and it literally goes past where the RV stop is. So that would be the only challenge, I would imagine. But we'll just go for a quick walk. I'll put some stats on the screen about Howard, but it would just be a little rural town. I can't imagine there's industry. Grocery store, hardware. I'm definitely going to come here and stay next week. There you have it. That's Howard. What a ripper little town. I drive past Howard probably weekly, and embarrassingly I've never stopped in here. This place is amazing. I'm definitely coming back with Alfie. Huge park, free camp across the road there, skate park. Oh my goodness. Morning, mate.
Morning, guys.
Bit of a museum out the back here. Just stunning. The history in this area is pretty rich. Really from coal mining, by the looks of it. You would think it's just a rural town with no industry, but it's absolutely amazing. So I will give this little town a proper little video at some point, but this is just a bit of an overview. So Howard is only probably 30 k's south of Childers and about probably 30 k's, not quite 30 k's, north of Maryborough being the main area. But what an absolute cracking spot. I'm embarrassed that I haven't been here, but I'll give it some attention. "48-hour free stop right in the middle of town. Shops are literally just there. The park, which you would have seen, museum, etc, etc, and having a chat with the locals. This whole oval, once a month, the first Saturday of every month, is for the local market. So I'm going to bring Alfie down here next month and have a look.